Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I'm your host, Catherine Materiali. If privacy and space are high on your list, this neighborhood is one you'll want to see. Today, we're taking a drive through Spirit, one of the earlier communities in Copper Canyon, built in the early 1990s. Here you'll find a mix of single-story and two-story homes, many on large pool-sized lots, and some with no rear neighbors at all. There's no HOA, low taxes, and you can even walk to Coal Canyon Elementary. I'll show you what the neighborhood looks like and give you a feel for why so many people are drawn to this part of West Murrieta. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss my weekly driving tours and neighborhood highlights around West Murrieta and the Temecula Valley. The neighborhood is circled by Via Moreno, which is that road that car just turned on, Clubview, which is the road that the car turned from, Clinton Keith, and Rancho Merlot, which is actually a private road. Right now we're on Clubview, and if you continue on, just as this car is, you would come to Clinton Keith, and if you turn right onto Clinton Keith, that would take you down towards the shops and to the freeway. But we are going to come to the entrance off of Clubview. To the left there, where that path is and those homes, that is actually Vineyard Knolls. But we're going to turn right into Spirit, and we're going to be turning onto Santa Rosa Glen here. And then we're going to be turning left onto Spring Meadow, which is that first left there you can see from here. And I'm basically going to weave you in and out of this neighborhood. You can see how the neighborhood has Bear Creek just on the other side of Clinton Keith there. And beautiful sunset views when you are facing that direction. So you can see that hill behind and even that home up on that hill. And that is looking towards the kind of the tip of La Cresta, which looks over Bear Creek. Now, as we turn onto this very end cul-de-sac here, which is Floral Creek, I'm going to show you, you can see that Clinton Keith is behind. Now, you have these great expansive lots. They are very private. You can't really tell, but they have like a big block wall and they have the hill behind. So you're not looking at the street when you're in your backyard, but you will hear the traffic from Clinton Keith. Sometimes it's not very busy at all, but there are, like during commuting times, you do want to be aware of the street noise there, as well as there being a fire station just up the road, so you will hear the emergency vehicles. Now, as we approach the end of this cul-de-sac, do you see all those trees there? What's really cool about this neighborhood is that bottom end, which I said Rancho Merlot kind of goes behind it, that's a private road. And you have space in between as well, where you just have these beautiful oak trees. And it gives such a wonderful serenity in this neighborhood. But let's talk some details about the neighborhood. So Spirit was built between 1993 and 1994 by a builder that's no longer active. They were called Inco Homes Corporation. I know, I've never heard of them before either. There's no HOA in this neighborhood, so that's going to save on budget. Plus the tax rate is about 1.1%. You don't have any of those Melrose bonds, so that's fantastic as well. And there are several different single-story and two-story plans, which you're seeing a few of here in this drone footage that are throughout the neighborhood, not just on this street. I just wanted to give you a sample of that. I'm going to talk you through some of those, but first I'll just point out we're going to be turning left onto Wild Rose Lane, and then we're going to weave in and out, back and forth between the streets that go from Shooting Star to Spring Meadow. So we just turned onto Wild Rose. So while we're driving down Wild Rose and you're soaking in what this neighborhood feels like, I'm going to start talking you through some of those different floor plans. So the 1887 square footer, that's the smallest plan in this neighborhood, and it's a single story, has a 3-car garage, and it is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Next up from there is another single story, which is 2,060 square feet, and it has between 3 and 4 bedrooms, depending, and 2 bathrooms and a 3-car garage. Now, look at the view there. So we turned onto Shooting Star, and did you see that Rancho Merlot is behind it and then all that open space behind? So just really neat how this neighborhood is positioned. Okay, so we're going to be turning right from Shooting Star, and we're going to go back onto Santa Rosa Glen, which when we go straight up, you're going to see that it leads back out to where we came in. So while we're driving up the street, let's talk about Plan 3, which is 2,097 square feet, and that is another single story. That one has a 2-car garage, so the other 2 smaller ones have a 3-car. This has a 2-car, has 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And there you see where we lead back up to Club View, and you've got Vineyard Knolls behind. So turning back again, we're going to head to Spring Meadow, and you can see the exit or entrance there to Club View. And from Spring Meadow, now we're going to be turning down Bunchberry next. And while we're getting ready to turn down Bunchberry, I'll tell you about the next plan. So now we are looking at a 2,259 square footer, which is the 4th one up, which is 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Oh, I apologize. This is not a single story. I don't know if I said that just then. This one is actually a 2-story, the 2,259. So it's the smallest of the 2-story plans. And it is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with a 3-car garage. And there is a bedroom and a full bathroom downstairs. So we're coming up to the end of Bunchberry again, approaching Shooting Star. I've got 2 more different plans to tell you about. The next one up, the 5th one, is 2,622 square feet. It is another 2-story with a 3-car garage. It is also 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and has a bedroom and a bathroom downstairs. And then the largest plan, the 6th one, is 3,010 square feet with 4 bedrooms and a huge bonus room, or 5 bedrooms and a bed and bath down. It's also a 2-story with a 3-car garage. Now we're going to be turning right onto Jerome. And let me just tell you a little bit about lot sizes. So you've seen from the drone footage. Oh, actually, yes, I wanted to show you. So Rancho Merlot is just on the end of that end there. And my husband and I run through here all the time. But as we approach back going on to Jerome, let's talk about lot sizes. So lots range all the way from 6,500 square feet to almost 20,000 square feet. You can see from the drone shots that there are a lot of pool-sized lots. You can definitely have a great sense of privacy in this neighborhood. So let's talk about some sales that have happened in this neighborhood. Now, on Santa Rosa Glen, which we had already bid on, and now we're back up to Spring Meadow, and we're going to turn onto Spring Meadow, and I'm going to turn left, and then we're going to head down the next street, which is Huckabee, just here on the left-hand side. So let's talk through some sales. So back on Santa Rosa Glen, which we had already driven on, that 3,010 square foot plan I was telling you about, it's one of the 2 stories, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. It had a lot of 69. So remember I said that kind of on the smaller end, 6,500, on the large end, 20,000. And it had that 3-car garage. That home is actually active on the market as of when I'm filming this video for basically 800,000, 799, 900. And it has a pool and spa. And then there was another one on Santa Rosa Glen that actually sold, and it was the 2,060 square footer, the 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It had a 3-car garage, and it sold for $659,000 back on January 28th. And there's another active right now in the neighborhood. It's one of the 2,067 square footers, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's actually on the corner of Shooting Star and Jerome, completely remodeled, very modern, and it is currently listed at $759,000. Now we're heading back up Huckabee, and I'm going to be taking a left onto Silverhawk Way. This back pocket is pretty cool, actually. And some of the lots I'll show you with some of the drone footage in a minute look out towards Upper Copper Canyon Park or Lower Copper Canyon Park. So we just turned onto Silverhawk, and we're going to be turning left onto Deepwood here in a second. And this house just there with the red truck is actually a sale that happened this year. I mean, it's so pretty from the outside, right? So that was the 1887 square footer, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. The lot was $91,448. And it closed back on June 30th for $690,000. Now, as we take a bend here, we're going to be heading around the corner towards Old Oak Terrace. And these are some of those homes kind of all around the bend of Old Oak Terrace that have some pretty serene and pretty views. You can see here, so the park there, so just behind, there's another neighborhood, I call them the English Streets, and you can kind of see all those fields. So you can't really see the topography, but the fields on the left-hand side, that's the Lower Copper Canyon Park, which is a sports park. There's bathrooms, there's basketball, there's baseball, there's plenty of spots where little rec leagues have their soccer practice, and just everything that you need. And then as we continue up here, as we come to the end, those houses at the end as you bend right, I'm going to take you down another street, but they have a view of Upper Copper Canyon Park. Let me tell you 2 more sales just to give you an idea of value in here. So there was one on Deepwood that closed on March 17th of this year. It was the 1887 square footer, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with a lot of 9583. It was clean, but not modern. It had some updates, but not much. And it sold for $683,000. And then there was one on Silverhawk that closed January 28th for $755,000. It was the 2259 square footer, and it had some updates inside and a pool. Now, this is that view I was talking to you about. So see that park behind? That's Upper Copper Canyon Park, and just on the other side is Villa Moreno. So you can see that some of these homes have really beautiful, serene backgrounds. And to the left there is Coal Canyon Elementary. So you can see the park here from this other angle. Then there's one cul-de-sac that's part of that neighborhood with all the English streets. And then just on the other side of that is Coal Canyon Elementary. So that gives you an overview of the neighborhood, plus the proximity to, you can literally walk kids or grandkids to Coal Canyon Elementary. You've got the parks nearby, you've got shops nearby, but you are in an established neighborhood, and it really is quite serene, but on the more affordable end within Copper Canyon. And then as we finish up here on Deepwood, you can see Villa Moreno there with Bear Valley just on the other side. That was a look at Spirit, a quiet neighborhood here in the Copper Canyon area of West Murrieta. It has that comfortable, established feel with wide streets, mature trees, and a peaceful setting that really reflects the lifestyle people love about this part of town. I'd love to know what you think about this neighborhood.
Comment below and tell me what you liked, what stood out to you, or maybe what you didn't like about Spirit. If you're thinking about moving to Murrieta or anywhere in the Temecula Valley, I would love to help you find the right home for you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss my weekly driving tours and neighborhood updates and spotlights across West Murrieta and the Temecula Valley. I would love to be your guide for all things Temecula Valley. We'll see you on the next video.